Portland. City from Kern County, Canada. David up in East Oakland. Yeah, what up, Slow? Vega and Tone and myself, the Bullhead Press. Yeah, you know what it is. Represent that Misfits. You can't mess with my clique. Silver and black with my Mr. Flag. Represented, baby, to this day on my death. Oh, my Misfits. I see you in the building, baby. Yeah. What up, Sugar Free? Come on my Misfits. Ain't no party like a Misfit party, cause our Misfit party don't stop. Love, loyalty, respect, man, it's so, yeah, it's a family thing, baby.
Of all the Raider podcasts in the world, this is definitely one of them. It's Thursday night, everybody. And you know what time it is, man. It's time for the Raider Nation Misfits podcast, episode 18, starring the host of the Raider Nation Misfits podcast, National President, Sugar-Free Joe Ramirez. What up, Prez?
What up, man? It's cracking.
Well, you know, man, we're coming up on that last game of preseason.
Yep.
And we're 2 weeks away from kicking off the season, man. And the Raider Nation is pumped, man. What do you think, Prez?
Yeah, man. I mean, we're looking good out there. I mean, you don't really get the full taste until all the starters are out there, bro. I mean, we look pretty. I think our defense looks kind of better than it did last year. I went to see the spring training when it opened. A lot of guys were doing some work out there during the spring training. I saw the Seahawks game live. That was the deep. Like I said, the starters aren't always in there, bro. But the defense looked like they were flying around. They look good out there. I'm interested to see. I mean, I've seen Ngagwe and Crosby in action as far as when they had some spring training with the Rams. You saw a video out there of them doing some work. They got their hits in on the defense. You saw Renfro made some headlines, man. You saw Renfro out there doing some work. But I mean, I want to see some real action, bro. I want to see some heads roll, man. I want to see some heads roll in the real game. I want to see that. I want to see them bring it. That's pretty much what I'm looking for.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. This is a big season, and we're excited. And all the OG real Raider fans, even the new Raider fans, man, everybody. So I'm gonna reach out to everybody. I'm gonna reach out to the new generation of Raider fans that barely came from 2016. I don't hate on that. I don't hate on your generation, man. Welcome to the Raiders, right? And everybody before that. And all the new Las Vegas fans, man, because, coming to Las Vegas, there's all these new Raider fans as well. All of a sudden, you see Alex Rodriguez right there in Raider gear. And, I'm telling the Raider, don't post that guy up, please, in our color. Please.
Funny story, bro, is I seen Alex Rodriguez. I was sitting in front of him. You know how there's suites now at the Legion Stadium. So I was sitting in front of him, in front of his suite at the Seahawks game. I didn't even know he was there, bro, until they put him up on the big screen, and they were like, "Hey, everybody, welcome Alex Rodriguez and he was all decked out in Raider gear, and I had never seen that guy in Raider gear ever. I've never known he was because there's certain celebrities that they're Raider fans, bro. Like, who's the big Raider fan as a celebrity? It's Ice Cube. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ice Cube. I've seen Tiger Woods be out there before years ago. There's been some Raider fans that as far as celebrity status that have been out there. That's one guy I've never really seen out there, but it is what it is. We take it. We take all fans all fans are welcome, bro. But it was funny because they put him on the big screen and he was like, they said his name or whatever, and I was like, where's J-Lo? You know what I mean? I was being a dick, bro, and I was like, "Where's J-Lo?" And there was some guy in front of me, sitting in front of me, and he's like, she's with Ben."
That's right, man.
I was like, "Damn!" And I gave him a little handshake, a little high five. I was like, "Damn!" Straight burn. You know what I mean? But
getting him, man. So look, this is for all the Raider fans. the old school, the new school, man, we all feel the same way. We want to win this season. Like I, I don't know how else to say it, man. We just want to win this season, so we're hoping for a really good season. Everybody, this next segment is brought to you by the Misfits Kitchen for your next party, for your next community service event. All the information is on the description below. Hit up the Misfits Kitchen. Leave the cooking to Prez, all right? Tacos, hot dogs, hamburgers. Let's say you want to do something different, man. I want fish tacos or whatever, man. You think it up. You tell Prez ahead of time, man, and they're going to make it happen, all right? Misfits Kitchen, everybody. So, Prez, let's talk about Misfits calendar coming up. You know, Misfits stay active constantly, and this whole thing really is about, you know, community service, man, and just
Yeah.
giving back. And every Friday, for everybody up in the high desert area, and that's like Hesperia and Victorville and all those places, every Friday, everybody, make sure you go out to the food pantry, and you know,
Yeah.
you get whatever you need, you know, for your neighbors, for yourself, whatever. Look, friends, it's not even about like when we talk about, you know, you know, the food pantry in the high desert or the Sabado food bank in the LA area. When we talk about these things, it's not even about like all being poor or needy or whatever. You know, maybe you don't have time to do the grocery shopping and you don't have time to buy like healthy stuff or whatever. Or maybe someone's depressed, man, and in the dumps, and you sending them like a box of food or whatever might pick them up. I don't know. I'm just saying we can get creative like that, man. We've delivered in just about every hood in LA, and at the same time, you know, we've delivered in like Beverly Hills and Century City and all that kind of stuff, man. So
Yeah.
this is for everybody, regardless if you're vaccinated or not vaccinated, regardless if you're a Democrat or a Republican or whatever, regardless of whatever you, or if you're like a misfit revolutionary, regardless of whatever you are, man. Um, these things are for, it's for everybody, the community. You with me? So we got those things, the food pantry in the high desert, everybody, every Friday, and then the Sabado food bank in Southern California, the LA area, Orange County, um, San Bernardino, and Riverside. San Bernardino is a huge county. So when I mean San Bernardino, I guess as far out as like San Bernardino, Colton, and those areas. Okay, so
Yeah.
everybody, that's what's up. And we got a special event coming up on the 19th, September 19th. Everybody, mark your calendars. New York Pizza and Pasta. It's the first. It's gonna be an away game, viewing party. Okay, against that team over there, man. That other team that tries to wear black, but they don't wear it like us, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Press, talk a little bit about that event coming up, man. At New York Pizza and Pasta.
Yeah, September 19th, bro. September 19th against Shitsburgh. It's a away game. We're gonna be having a little watch party at it's called New York Pizza and Pasta. Like I said, September 19th. It's a 10 o'clock game. Doors are gonna open for everybody at 9 o'clock. Look up the address. Just look it up. It's the only one out there in Vegas. It's called New York Pizza and Pasta. Um, we're just gonna get together a few other clubs with Somos Familia, Los Más Tumbados, um, the Outlaws. We're gonna get together, have some raffles. We're gonna have a good time out there. We're gonna have some gift baskets, um, special prizes. We got some special guests coming in. Um, we're probably gonna have some kids. Hopefully, have some kids coming in as far as foster kids, kind of join us. We want to show them a good time as well. The kids will be coming in through a Run Squad Inc. That's Run Squad is an organization that I'm happy to be a part of. Um, and we do a foster kids and anything and everything that has to do with them. We're just starting pretty much right now, so that should be a good deal for them. And like always, it's always a family thing, so it's a family environment. All kids, all family are invited. So it should be a good time, man. Like I said, September 19th, New York Pizza and Pasta. Doors open at 9 o'clock. We got a lot of deals going on, a lot of specials that the owner hooked us up with. Um, so yeah, man, hope to see everybody out there. And once again, like I said, it's family friendly. So I hope everybody gets out there. Says what's up. You see me out there, let me know what's up, man.
Hey, that's what's going down, everybody. So you heard it right there. All the information will be on the description down below. Listen, man, if you guys ever get a chance to, obviously it's tough to make it to all the Misfits events, but if you even get a chance to go to one, man, it's really, really, really a good time. And Press said it right now. Don't be afraid to say what's up. Holler at me. You know, when you see us, man, anywhere, right? Everybody, but before I put my little mask on, and I still got my name up there too, right? Everybody saw my mascara. So when you see us at the spots, say what's up, man, because that's what it's all about, getting to know other Raider fans. Prez just mentioned a lot of other booster clubs, man. We don't fly solo. We try to get involved with all Raider booster clubs. If you guys look at the other episodes, I think we've had pretty phenomenal guests from other Raider booster clubs. So we try to bring it together. Much love and respect to everybody. So whenever you guys get a chance, if you see us at the games, if you see us in the parking lot, if you see us at the bus stop, man, shout us out, man. All right. So that's what's going on, everybody. Now let's get into a little Raider news. Prez, you said that you had been to training. You had the opportunity to go to training camp. You went to the first game against Seattle, first preseason game against Seattle. I had a chance to go to this last preseason game against the Baby Lambs, right? In our other new stadium, SoFi. Let me tell you, everybody, man.
That's our second home, bro.
It is, man. And we have the Raiders have two very impressive, awesome, state-of-the-art state. I'm tripping out, man. LA is an old city, and I'm tripping out that they let us have something brand new.
Yeah.
And I want to say this to everybody. And maybe, I know everyone's saying, well, just wait for the Chargers game or whatever. But honestly, in this game, me, myself, and I've done the research. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe tonight I see something different. I didn't see any fights, man, over there. I saw zero fights. I didn't see any fights myself. Online, I haven't seen any fight. And it's funny too, because the homies are because the Raiders won. That's why there were no fights. I think that's another possibility, maybe, man. But anyway, what I'm saying is this: hey, good stuff, Raider Nation, man. Good stuff. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
And also, like, props to SoFi Stadium. They were smart, man, because everybody. I mean, that atmosphere was cracking. They started playing like they had live mariachis, and I think, man, that got everybody juiced up, and that playing that music, man, united everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was cool right there too, man. So, anyways, man, awesome, fun games. The atmosphere was lit. The atmosphere in Las Vegas was lit. The atmosphere in LA is lit.
Yeah.
Everybody, but now they're taking the show to Santa Clara. Friends, please believe that's not Raiders and Rams. That's Raiders and Niners. That's a different beast. That's a different animal. What you think about that one? Now, I'm not talking about the teams. The teams is preseason. I'm talking about the war that'll go on in the stands. What do you think, Prez?
Have you ever been a part of the Battle of the Bays, man? Back in the day, when when the 49ers used to play in the Bay,
right?
Now they play in Santa Clara.
That's right.
So it's not even a Bay anymore. And then the Raiders, of course, play in Vegas. So it's not even a real Battle of the Bay. But if you want to take it old school, if you've ever been a part of the Battle of the Bay back in the days, sometimes it's not real pretty in the stands, bro. Sometimes it's not real pretty out there. There can be a lot of angry individuals. Yeah, put it that way, in the stadium, in the field. But I mean, as long as everybody keeps it respectful, and They do all that. The game can be fun. It's always nice to talk some shit back and forth.
Yeah.
That's always fun. You know what I mean? Your team your team sucks too, and not so many kind words, But when too much alcohol gets involved, people start getting the beer balls, and then little things get said, and here and there. That's when the fists start flying. That's when it just turns into like a waste of time sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's always a good time, especially when the two teams play good. I've always want a good game. I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, yeah, I want my team to win, but even if I know they're not too good that year, I at least want them to show up and represent and play hard. Because there's been a lot of years where you're like, man, the Raiders, we know we suck this year. I'm not talking about this year. I'm just talking about in previous years,
Right.
where you just know that we're just not that good. But I just want a good showing. I want them to show up. I want them to show up and not just roll over and die. You're just kind of like, okay, I hope they score some touchdowns. I mean, because I remember talking to one of my boys, man, and he was like, the worst is when they went to London, and they only scored 3 points. I don't know how many points they scored, bro. I think it was like field goal or not even. They got shut out. I think it was by the Bears. I don't know who it was. But it was a London game.
Yeah.
And one of my homies was like, that was the worst. I went all the way over there and I couldn't even celebrate for them scoring.
Right.
And that's a lot of money. To go over there to London, fly over there, all that money you spend to go watch your team, and then for them to lay a big goose egg where you can't even like cheer because they scored. That's the worst. That's the worst feeling ever, bro. I mean, and that happens. That has in the previous years. That's happened a lot more than we'd like to admit, because our team has had some rough years, bro. And it's always worse when you're like you throw a big watch party, or you're at an event somewhere and you have the game on, and your team is just getting run over, man.
Yeah.
Your team is just getting blasted. It's getting blasted, and you have to sit there and kind of watch the rest of the game, because it might be your event, or it's you're a part of it, or some reason like that, or you just don't want to go home. You have people there and you're just getting run over. That's the worst feeling ever, man. I mean, nobody wants to see their team get run over. And that's kind of what I asked for, is just, you as a fan, we spend a lot of money to watch our team. If you're a diehard fan, bro, we have to spend a lot of money to watch our team. I mean, these tickets are expensive to watch these games. I know I'll be going to a few of these games. I know I'm also going to be going to Dallas to watch the game in Dallas.
Yeah.
I'll be out there in Dallas, Dallas Stadium. I think, was it called AT&T?
AT&T, yeah.
It's called AT&T Stadium. Yeah, I'll be out there in Dallas this year. Really looking forward to that. Going to try and black out the stadium over there. It's my first time, so I'm looking forward to that. So, but I mean, it's not cheap to make these trips, bro. And if you think about it, if you really sit down and think about it, how much money have you spent on the Raiders? Like, how much money have you spent on merchandise, on tickets, on tailgating, and especially if you have a club, like I have a club, and some Misfits, obviously. I mean, we obviously represent the Raiders. Not that we're just about this team, but the team brings us together, and the members bring us, we're family. So that's what brings us together. But aside from that, Raiders is a team that brings us together, and we do spend a lot of money, and for them to kind of suck sometimes, it really hurts, bro. You know what I mean? It really hurts. Not only it hurts you, it hurts in the wallet too, man, because you start getting pissed off. You're like, fuck, why did I fucking spend all this stupid ass money to come watch you guys just lay a goose egg and just lay down, not even try, and man, that defense last year had me like that many games, bro. There was many games where I'm like, damn it, I could play better defense than you guys out there. You know what I mean? Like, I can go out, suit me up, please. I got homies that'll play better defense than you guys out there. Like, I mean, we could play a game on the street, and I feel like I have better players than you guys out there. That's how they made you feel. I mean, because they're all professionals, bro. They're obviously there for a reason, but sometimes they don't play like it, and it frustrates you. It just frustrates you, bro. And only diehards know what I'm talking about. Because I mean, how many times have you sat there and watched the game and you're just like throwing the remote? You know what I mean? Or you're just don't talk to me. Just don't even talk to me. Like, how many times just don't touch me, don't talk to me. Give me a few minutes. You know what I mean? Give me a few minutes because right now I'm pissed off. I've been looking forward to this game all fucking week. All fucking week. And you guys are just like ranking it out there. Like it's just horrible. It's a horrible feeling.
Yeah. Or if you drove all the way up to Oakland and now, you're getting smoked and now you're gonna have to come back. Oh, you gotta drive. The trip back, driving back when it was a dub. Oh man, that trip back, it didn't matter how long the traffic was, bro. It felt good. But if that was a L, that trip got long, especially that that last hour or two, man. But so yeah, man, that's what's up. That's what I think you said it beautifully, man. And I think you spoke for every Raider fan, man. We're man. We even saw the Browns. Okay, I remember we always used to say, at least we're not the Browns. At least we're not the Browns. At least.
Yeah. Now we can't even say that, bro.
Oh,
It's like you can't even say that because the Browns are good.
Yeah.
The Browns are good, bro. They got a lot of talent. They got a lot of talent out there. And I mean, and not to say we don't have talent, man. We got talent. I think we have a lot of talent. This might be one of the most talented teams that I've seen in a few years. That I've seen in a few years. There's been, on paper, I feel like there's a lot of good talent, but there's a lot of guys who have already made their stamp in the league, like Ngagwe. Ngagwe is a good player, bro. He's gonna make a difference out there. He's gonna make a difference out there. And I've seen a lot of, there's another. I'm not sure if he's a rookie or if he's from another team. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hobbs. Hobbs is a good player, bro. He's a good player that's really doing some work out there, man. I've been watching him in some spring training games. He's been flying around. He's had some touch. He has an interception. I think he's had some touches for, he had some tackles. I mean, he's been flying around out there, man. And of course, when they start getting to the season, there's a little better competition, the better talent and better competition. Right now, he might be playing against second, third stringers, so it's kind of hard to kind of value how much he's valuable or how much he's not. But they're all professionals, as you could say, they're all professionals out there. They're all professionals, so everybody takes their job seriously out there. It's just the talent level might be different sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's right on, right there. So, let's just get into it, everybody. I mean, it's 49ers hate week, even though it is preseason, man. We'll still call it a hate week, man, against the 49ers. And man, we're hoping that nobody else gets hurt, man. So here we go. Really quick, everybody, the transactions, and I'm taking it back from the 23rd. They re-signed tackle Devery Hamilton. Okay, I guess they let him go, and then they were like, hey, man, come back, right? They released cornerback Rasul Douglas and guard Parker Inger. Inger, I think that's how you say his last name. Rasul Douglas, I think we all knew that one was coming, and they waived punter Corliss Waitman. Hey, everybody, don't even trip, man. These guys, they'll get cut. I'm pretty sure, man, they'll either find themselves again on the Raiders practice squad when the season starts, or hopefully, they'll make another squad. I don't mean this disrespectfully, but one man's trash is another one man's treasure. I'm not calling them trash. It's just a metaphor, man. They might be a fit somewhere else, So good luck to the Hummies. And then on the 24th, the Raiders waived wide receiver Marcel Aitman. I was surprised with this one. You guys might be thinking, hey, what have you been watching, man? But anyways, it is what it is. He's gone. They waived injured. They waived defensive tackle Darius Stills, and they placed linebacker Darren Lee on the injured reserve list. And then today they waived linebacker Tavon Conley. Okay, so here we go, everybody. Now the big story this week, I guess, and I don't know if it was a big story. Maybe it's just like Prez, this week, man, I had to think of, man, what are we going to talk about? What are we've talked about everything, and this and that. And this is just the time, man, when the I think the journalists, that's what you want to call them, reach really, really, really deep down, and they go for a story so that they have something to put out on the headlines. And I guess this headline was Gruden supposedly reached out to the Bears, right? Reached out to them and said, "Hey guys, what do can we make a deal for Khalil Mack?" And I guess it didn't work out. The Bears were like, "Chale, homie," and their way. Gruden alluded that that never happened or whatever. I guess are reports that it did happen, but and then of course all the Raider Nation, content makers. Shout out to everybody and the vloggers and everybody else who has a platform got out there and this was a story. This was a story, and of course the fans get excited or whatever and this and that. Listen, everybody, listen to me. Okay, I got bad news, man. At Prez, did you ever have that homie that was in love with that girl, man? He was obsessed with that girl, but he, when you're in love, man, sometimes you can't think straight. And that girl wasn't, she not coming back, and you had to tell the homie, look, dog, that girl, she not coming back, never. All right, so that's kind of what I got to tell the Raider Nation. Maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, that I'll be happy that I'm wrong. But homies, the Chicago Bears ain't letting go of Khalil Mack. In a division where you have like Aaron Rodgers and stuff, like you need a deep. Khalil Mack has taken the Bears to the playoffs twice without a quarterback. This is like a generational player, homies. This was like I'm gonna call him Kobe Bryant-esque. That's how special we cried, we hurt when he left. Anyways, all I'm saying is this, friends, whenever you hear another report like this coming up, I just want to tell you all, it ain't gonna happen. The Bears ain't letting this guy go. I think he'll retire Chicago Bear. I think he'll go into the Hall of Fame. If the Bears, if they win a Super Bowl, if that's a big if, man. Like it'll be a lot because of him, because that he just was able to get that defense down. So anyways, everybody, that's just my opinion when it comes to those stories. If Khalil Mack ever comes back to the Raiders, well, praise the Lord, man, and that's a real one, okay? Because that it really would be a miracle from God.
Yeah, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It's two different general managers, right?
Yes.
I mean, so one general manager might have. I mean, it's same coach. I get it.
Yeah.
But John Gruden isn't the general manager. That's not his job.
Well,
I mean, like I said, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe one general manager traded him, and the other one, that new one, came in and was like, "Hey, well, let me see if I can get him back real quick before I reach out in the free agent market." I mean, they tried to reach out before the free agent market hit. That was pretty much before they got Ngagwe. It was the people are acting, they're up in arms and acting like, "Oh man, this is recent." It wasn't recent news, bro. I mean, it was pretty much before they signed Ngagwe, put it that way. Before the free agency hit, they reached out to the Bears, and it wasn't like a big deal. They didn't offer anything. There wasn't a deal. It was pretty much they said, "Hey, is he available?" And they said no. I said, "Okay, bye." That was pretty much Mayock doing his due diligence.
Yeah.
That was pretty much Mayock saying, "You know what? Let me reach out to them," because they're gonna try to reach out to any available defensive player that's gonna make a difference to their squad. And obviously that defensive player is Mac. And you figure, okay, the Bears are kind of searching for some things. They're searching for some players, particularly a quarterback. They might be looking for a quarterback, maybe as a Raider general manager, to play devil's advocate. You might be saying, let me reach out. Maybe we could offer them a couple picks, or maybe a quarterback. Hey, you know what I mean? That could make a difference for you. Maybe do you have something that we want to offer? But it didn't really get that far. It was pretty much like, hey, we want Mac. Is he available? And they pretty much said, no, hell no. And they hung up the phone. Like, that was pretty much about it. So it was, I don't see it. I mean, yeah, they fucked up by letting him go. But you figure that with one of those picks, they got Jacobs. They wouldn't have Jacobs. They wouldn't have Jacobs. I'm not real sure at the top of my head who. I think they might have got Abrams with one other pick, right? So I'm not real sure about who they really got or not, but I do know for sure that they got Abrams and one of those picks.
Yeah.
One of those picks they got, they got Jacobs. So they wouldn't have their running back. I mean, not that it's an even swap, but I mean, Jacobs gives you a nice running back out the backfield. You know what, 1,000-yard rusher 2 years in a row, or
Oh yeah, man.
almost 1,000 yards. So I'm not really sure about his stats, but he's a really good rusher, bro. He's a top 10 in the league.
Phenomenal. Yeah, man,
So
for
I
sure.
mean, you kind of take the good with the bad. Yeah, of course. But you also have to admit they didn't just let him go. They offered him money. They did offer him money. They offered him a contract. He chose to take about maybe $5 million more and go to the Bears.
Mhm.
If he loved the Raider Nation so much, and if he loved to be a Raider so much, he would have signed. He would have signed, and he would have said, you know what, I'll take 5 million less, or however much it is. I'll take a little bit of less money just to be around the Raider Nation.
Mhm.
And obviously it wasn't that important to him. So if he don't want to fucking be here, then let him fucking go. You know what I mean? Let him fucking go. If he's a free agent, maybe whenever he is, and they want to re-sign him, and he wants to come back, well then come back, bro, at the time. But who knows? We maybe we don't. Maybe they don't want you back at that time, bro. You still got what 2-3 years left on your contract. Are you going to be the same caliber player in 2-3 years? Like who? No, nobody knows. The next year isn't promised, bro. So what is he going to come back as a broken player, all on his last breath, and trying to come over here like a wounded dog, and try? Oh, I want to come back, or like that boyfriend that wants to run back to his girlfriend after he cheated on her and went and tested the waters. And now you're like, oh well, I guess the grass wasn't greener on the other side, huh, homie? You know what I mean? Now you want to come back? Fuck that. You should have signed when they fucking offered you a contract. They offered you a contract, and it was going to be more. You actually were going to account for more than 50% of their salary at the time. And with all the salary that they would have gave to him, it allowed them to kind of build a little bit and sign some players. Now I don't know what players they were able to sign with the money that they got, that they saved from him. I'm not real sure, but it allowed them some flexibility. So I mean, wrongs were made on both sides, bro. They could have just said, you know what, fine, we'll give you the extra whatever. What are the Bears offering you? We'll match that. They could have said that. They have money. They're an NFL squad. Of course they have the money. They could have pulled it out of somewhere, bro. But it's kind of like both. There was wrongs on both sides, and I feel like I just need to move on. Let sleeping dogs lie, bro. Just leave him in Chicago. Don't stop with these reports that he's gonna come back, or he's so unhappy over there. Or man, if he was so fucking unhappy, he would request a trade. You know what I mean? Nowadays, all the players who are unhappy, they request trades, bro. Players have all the power right now. Players have the power. If they don't want to play, they will not play. Aaron Rodgers is a prime example. Aaron Rodgers does not want to be in Green Bay. He made them restructure his contract, and now he's going to be he's on his last year in Green Bay. He's going to be gone. Aaron Rodgers is going to be gone out of Green Bay. He does not want to be there, and he made it very clear. Now, if Mac does not want to be in Chicago, he'd make it clear, and he'd say, trade me back, trade me wherever I say I want you to trade me. That's the bottom line, bro.
Yeah, and that's the only point that I made, or that's the only point that I was making. Not even if it was right or wrong or whatever. Um, in my opinion, it was the wrong move, but that's neither here nor there. My thing was to tell the Raider Nation, hey, everybody, it's that ain't happening. Like when you hear those reports, don't even give them any,
Yeah.
mind.
It's not happening. It's not going to happen, bro. Don't even get your hopes up.
The Bears, the Bears know what they have. Like I said, the Bears have gone to the playoffs twice with this guy, and they've been like a missed field goal away from advancing. So anyways, man, that's what it is. Raider Nation. Hey, man, whether you love the guy or whether you hate the guy, he's gone, and it is what it is. So that's what I was saying, man. Is telling the Raider Nation, move forward with that story, because we have what we have right now. And then the next, I guess, story coming up is for this game, Marcus Mariota, right? Oh, he's injured, not injured. I think he's all right. But the controversy is, do you let him play this Sunday? Do you let it take a couple snaps or play a quarter or not? Or do you let Nathan Peterman just go ahead and play the whole game like he's been playing the other two games. Prez, I want to go with the latter, man. I want to say let Nathan Peterman play. Man, I don't want Derek Carr or Mariota taking any snaps zero snaps in preseason. Now, would I like? Would we like to see Mariota out there throwing and stuff like that? Yeah, of course, man. It would be nice, to give him some action. But if he is like maybe a little hurt, man, I don't want him out there, man. You let Nate run that vanilla offense all the way through the game, and we'll be good with that, and everybody stays healthy, and we can start the regular season. But what do you think about it, Prez?
I mean, if he's injured, you obviously don't want Mariota to play. I mean, if he's injured and they're afraid of him being injured, but I mean, come on, he needs to have at least a couple snaps in a real game. Not that it's his first go around, but
Yeah.
I mean, if Carr goes down, who are they going to put in? Mariota or
Yeah.
Peterman? I mean, Peterman's not even going to get no playing time, bro. He's going to be the third string quarterback. So you need to have, and I know the first stringers they run against each other in practice, but practice is different, man.
Yeah.
It's not real. It's not against another team. You know what I mean? It's not some hard pounding against another team, man. You need to get some reps in. Practice makes perfect. If you're out there getting a couple, I mean, I'm not saying to have him play the whole game, but I mean, I don't want Carr out there. Carr's fragile, bro. And I feel like Carr will get hurt, but so is Mariota. Mariota's a little fragile too, man. He plays a game where he kind of goes 110 miles an hour. And Mariota can get hurt too. So it's kind of a iffy little thing, but I would definitely put him in a couple snaps, give him a couple snaps in there with the first tier players, a couple plays or something, man, and see how they work out against another team, bro, against a real team that has their first players out there. Run them a little bit and say, you know what, all right, he's looking good. Or they're, he's looking good out there. So I don't know. I feel like he should play at least at least a little bit, man. He should play a little bit, run him out there. Don't do anything spectacular. Tell him if it get, I don't want him running out. Don't want him taking no blows, as much as he can. If he can't get nobody open, throw it away. It's not a big deal. It's just a preseason game. But you also want to get him a couple snaps because real game action is different than practice.
Yeah, man. So hey, man, there you go, everybody. I mean, what do y'all think, man? Make sure that you leave your opinions in the comment, man. I say rest them. Prez says, give them a couple of snaps, man. We'll see what they do on Saturday night, and we'll see how it goes, man, when they play the 40 Winers, okay, man, and it's gonna be a crazy game. Like we said earlier, man, go out there and enjoy the game, man. Make this thing available for families and kids and stuff like that, man, and hopefully everybody cheers for the team and nobody gets down. Everybody, this last segment is brought to you by Enfermo Productions. Listen, everybody, for all your audio, for all your video recording and editing needs, hit us up, Enfermo Productions, and let's make it happen. And also, everybody, just kind of a special announcement, man. I had left that place in Southgate, man, a while back, and a lot of obstacles, man, to get another studio, and found another place, man, and it's pretty. I won't say where it is yet, man, because I know my haters. I know they watch the podcast too, man, and screw your team, but we got a new studio coming up, and that's where I'll start to do the podcast from, Studio del Pueblo, man, and it's going to be open, and it's going to, so I'm really excited about that, man. It's been a long time. It's been a struggle, but we're going to make things happen, and even when we were at that other spot, Prez, in Southgate, Prez, ironically enough, man, the last event I did was, the fundraiser that we did for, the brother's funeral expenses and everything. And one of the first events, that we did over there, I remember was, when we were at the Salvation Army in Huntington Park. You know, we went to Southgate Park first, and then we went to Huntington Park. You know, we made sure, man, that we did. You know, Prez, you're familiar with that Southgate area. I'm familiar with that Southgate area, and you know, we were able to give back to that community, man, because you know we just love that community, and so, anyways, man, you know, I anticipate doing the same with this new place. So, anyways, everybody, here we go, man. This is President's address right here, and it's an address to the Misfits, and it's an address to all the Raider Nation. Listen, everybody, right now, California is divided. Even our families might be divided. We're all, even as Raider fans, man, we're kind of divided. You know, uh, uh, it's it's Gruden's fault. It's Carr's fault. It's Mark Vegas's fault. It's somebody's fault. You know what I'm saying? And we're all divided, man. You know, Prez, what's it gonna take for us to pull forward in this time when we're all like divided and on edge, man?
You know, sometimes people have too much pride for their own good, bro. Sometimes you have to kind of like step back and look at another points of view. Sometimes you got to kind of step back and look and just kind of listen, you know, listen and kind of close your mouth sometimes and listen to the next person, bro. Listen to what they have to say. Listen to what they're going through. Listen to their experience. Listen to why they have their points of view. Um, because sometimes you, like I said, your pride gets in the way, bro, and you want to push your agenda on other people, and that's every aspect of life, bro. I mean, that's every aspect, and personal, family, government, people. A lot of people, they try to push their agenda on you without listening to the people or listening to what is wrong. You know, there you have to listen to the streets. You have to listen to your neighbor. You have to listen to you know, to doctors, nurses. Listen to everybody's points of view and figure out what's the best way to move forward. Because you got people out here just trying to push religion, or they're trying to push things on people, and it rubs a lot of different people the wrong way. You know, and just because you feel a certain way about something doesn't mean the next person is feeling the same way as you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean the next person has the same view, and they have a different view because of whatever life experience that they went through. You know, and sometimes it can get annoying to see these people so hard-headed and stubborn to listen to anybody else because they think like they fucking know everything, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, first of all, you don't know everything. First of all, you don't know me like that to know my experiences, you know, and second of all, your points of view are your points of view. Don't try to push them on me. And that's goes with a lot of problems nowadays, man. And it starts a lot of starts a lot of problems, starts a lot of headbutting. And even as far as the Raider Nation, you have different people saying, well, they shouldn't be here. You know, it goes back to when they moved to Vegas. They should have stayed in Oakland, or they should have stayed. I mean, bro, you don't know what went on behind those closed doors. You don't know why they moved over. You weren't in the room. If you weren't in the room on these negotiations about why they came to Vegas, then you should really you really don't know what's going on at all. You're just kind of giving your opinion, and you're trying to push your agenda on things that you have no idea about. Again, that goes to back people pushing their agenda. Okay, yeah. Do we believe they should have been in Oakland? They should have stayed in Oakland, in the motherland, Oakland? Yeah, they should have stayed there. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's not the same in Vegas, and it never will be. But we have to make the best of it. It's a beautiful stadium that the Raiders should have got, and they should have got it in Oakland. That's just the bottom line. But nobody was there to see it. Now, as far as personal beliefs, a lot of people need to stop pushing their personal beliefs on other people, especially if you're a part of an organization and as for a group that believes in different points of view. And you always have a problem with these people meshing together because there's different personalities. When there's different personalities, there's always going to be issues. And if you have a bad apple that pushes their agenda and refuses to listen to anybody else and refuses to kind of step back a little bit, that person's going to be problem. That person is going to be a problem. And unfortunately, you always have that bad apple in all these groups. One, out of maybe 10, 20 is going to be a bad apple and is stubborn and hard-headed. And those are the people that you got to kind of step back from and step away, because they're going to make your life a living hell, and they're going to make it difficult every turn. Every good thing that you're trying to do, they're going to just take you 2 steps back. Then you start changing your attitude. Then that changes your mindset, because you are what you put out in the world. That's my belief. If you put out this negative energy and you put out this negative vibe, that's what you're going to get in return. You're going to get a lot of negative energy in return. You are what you put out into the world. Okay. Now, if you put out nothing but good vibes and nothing but good positive things, you're gonna attract positivity. You're gonna attract the right circle that you want to attract. And it's weird like that. That's the way the world is, in my point of view. Yeah, nothing's all rainbows, unicorns, and shits, and and giggles and all that. Yeah, but the way you respond to all these obstacles and all these things that are going to happen in your life is what's going to get you through. If you have something negative happening in your life and you go through this bump in life and you respond negatively and you're just like, fuck everybody, fuck the world, whatever, I don't want to do this no more, and you give up, that's what you're going to get in return, bro. Now, you have to put out that. It's hard. It's easier said than done, bro. It's easier said than done to be so positive, to be a positive person and put out that positivity and help your fellow man and help your fellow man or woman or person, whatever it is, help your fellow human being, I should say. It's easier said than done, because there's sometimes that people are assholes. There's mean people out there, bro, that don't deserve to be helped. That kind of, you feel, it's hard to say, but there's people that just deserve to be alone, because they just do not want it. Even if you've experienced going out to Skid Row or going out to the homeless, I've done that plenty of times. Uh, um, some of those people don't want to be helped, bro. There's some people that are just kind of like, they're rude about it. You might give them a sandwich and they throw it back at you, and they'll throw it back in your face. Why? Because they've experienced such negativity in this world, and they've been dragged through this world so many times that any positivity thrown their way, they don't even want to see it. They don't even want to see it, bro. Now, is that going to stop you? Is that going to stop you from giving the next person a sandwich? Because the next person that you hand a meal to, it might make their day, make their week, or that might be the only thing that they're given the week. And that, in those instances, that's what makes it all worthwhile. And that's where listening comes in. You have to listen to what people want, but listen to what they need, because 95% of these people out there that that they don't know how to say that they need help. Sometimes they need voices. You need to be their voice. So you need to listen to them and be their voice at the same time. You can, or see with your eyes, see what people need, bro. Sometimes you could feel what somebody needs. Sometimes you just feel when someone's having a bad day. Sometimes you just feel when someone needs to arm, to hug, or to lean on, or a shoulder to. Sometimes you just feel that, bro. Sometimes you could just feel that. Believe me, I could feel when someone's just like they're just going through it, man. And you, as a positive person that I try to be, you want to fix that. You want to be like, it's gonna be all right, bro. It's gonna be all right. The light is gonna shine through this darkness. I'll help you walk through. I'm gonna hold your hand through this darkness, and we're gonna get through it together. We're gonna get through it together, even if we're in the darkness. However long it takes, bro, I'm gonna walk with you, and we're gonna get through there together. Sometimes you just need to be there. Your presence in someone's life and your positivity can mean a lot to the next person. So all I'm telling people, and I'll leave it with this, is radiate positivity, man. Put out that positivity. Put out those good vibes, the good energy. And like I said, it's easier said than done, man. It really is. But you have to try. You have to try, because this next generation that you're trying to bring up and you're trying to raise sees this. They feed off of this. You can't have these negative energy going on and you expect the next generation to be positive. We have to fix this for the next generation. So let's do what we need to do to fix this, because right now, our generation, it's our problem. It's our problem. These problems going on in the world, these problems going on in politics and government, it's our problem. It's our problem right now. We need to fix it. We need to do what we need to do to fix it, to leave a better world and a better life for the next generation.
So there it is, everybody. Like, put yourself in the other person's shoe. I'm not, and that don't mean that that don't mean that you gotta sell out from your own beliefs, man. It just means, hey, man, try to understand where somebody's coming from, and then when you can do that, then you can start to bring about real solutions, man. And everybody, we got to start changing it around because Prez, man, you and I, man, we've been on this earth for I think a couple of years now, man, and maybe our time might come real soon, man. But it's about the future generation, man, and the legacy that we leave for them and showing them the right way. And that's what's up, everybody. It's just about staying positive. Yo, man, on behalf everybody, guess what, man? We just got finished with episode number 18. And everybody, actually, we've actually recorded about maybe 20. And maybe 2 have gotten lost here and there. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, man, I'm excited about it. And we're going to keep moving. And everybody, this season is coming up. So we're looking forward, man, to putting out more podcasts. Thank you for everybody who's listening. This is really for the Raider Nation, but it's for our Misfits, man. Shout out to our Misfits, man, and all the Misfit club members and all the community service work that you do. Shout out to all Raider booster clubs. Shout out to all Raider content makers. Shout out to every single Raider fan, right? Raider players and coaches, man. We're cheering for you, man. No more mamadas, man. We're cheering for you, all right? On behalf of the Raider Nation Misfits Booster Club and the national president, Sugar Free Joe Ramirez, man. It's your boy, the man himself. We'll see you guys next time. But until then, let's give it to Prez Raiders.
Late.
Bang, baby, to the day that we die. Ain't no party like a Misfits party, cause a Misfits party don't stop. Love, loyalty, respect, man.